right, welcome everybody. Here we are with Apex Legends. I'm joined by my fellow ops specialist, Chris Aviles, also known as Fluffy, and we are doing our very first XP League Apex Battle Royale match. Very first.
Oh yeah, man, I'm super excited for this. I love Apex. This map specifically, I absolutely love. Getting into some action here. These players seem to be dropping it heavy. This is one of my more favorable spots. A lot of loot here, but also can create quite a lot of noise. There's some bridges here you can activate that when they're activated, the whole map can hear. So they got to be wary about that. Got a few teams in here, and I'm excited to get into some action.
Looks like there's going to be some action going on down here between Lone Tree and
enemy spotted.
So go ahead and try and jump over there to one of those players, those teams.
Contact with hostile.
They're definitely going to run into Brookfield pretty soon here.
Oh yeah, and I like their team composition currently. They have a Bloodhound, they have Wraith, and they have a Gibby, or Gibraltar as I like to call him. Such a great combination here. Wraith lets your team get out of the situations really quickly. Bloodhound is the recon. And then Gibby's just good all around. He has that shield, he has this great ultimate. It's a great champion, or a great legend to pick.
Especially if you're just starting out. I mean, they give you, that shield comes out, gives you a little bit more, a bit of a boost when you're going those head-to-head fights. I played a ton of Gibraltar, especially when I was starting out in Apex, before moving on to some of the more complex champions.
Oh yeah, same.
Even at high levels of play, Gibraltar is still seen all over pro play, just because his
oh yeah. He's just so insane. He stood this test of time, as people like to say. He always comes in clutch. Currently seems he has a Mozambique in hand. We keep switching teams. Who we're on now? Flatline. Looks like Brookfield trying to take some pop shots off over. Nothing connecting yet.
What kind of loadouts do you like to go for in Apex? I usually go try and bum rush the first R301 I can. Heavy lights.
Yeah, R301 for sure. Any heavy weapons are really good just because their damage is just a little bit higher. It does take a little more recoil control, which Brookfield 05 doing a great job of taking some pop shots, but then his shield's getting broken here. Looks like they're like
directly opposed here. Brookfield has an open fire. They've broken the shield. I think they have the advantage in this fight overall.
Yeah, they're both going back and forth right now. They're just taking some pop shots. No team really committing to the gunfight. They're playing very safe, which is really good. But it looks like their Lone Tree is trying to make the move over towards them, looking for some other weapon. Looks like he has the wingman. I don't know what his secondary is yet. Oh, R99, but switches it for.
Yeah, I would hold on to the R99.
Yeah, for sure.
Is really good, and hold on to the wingman. I love wingman because it's always telling the other team like, "Hey, I have better aim."
The wingman does take a lot more skill to hit. It's always one of those guns that's fun to play. Me personally, I can't really use it. I don't have the shot for it.
It looks like Brookfield made the call to kind of retreat back there, but they're definitely not done yet. They may rotate out of here entirely, depending on
enemy spotted.
Yeah, it's never a bad play to rotate, playing your life. No team wants to be that team that gets knocked out early. And Brookfield seems like they're doing it smart. They're avoiding the gunfight, just playing it strong. Everybody doesn't have strong loadouts yet, so it's the time. Oh, but then somebody gets knocked.
Yeah, they got a little greedy there, going for that extra loot. It wasn't a safe time to loot. The enemy team was still in the area, but they went for it, and they thirsted for the loot. Live for the loot, die by the loot.
Exactly, and then it seems like his teammates are trying to make the move back to retrieve his banner. That's one of the calls that happens when your teammate gets knocked early like that. You're kind of forced to rotate back to get them. Some teams, they play a lot longer, will wait for it to get safe, but it seems like they're just going straight for it.
He actually used the zip line to get the banner. Okay, so they're able to get out of there pretty quick. Oh no!
Oh.
Okay, they got it. They got the zip line.
Yes.
Now how do you get out of there? Oh no!
Got some players knocked. Bloodhound last alive in a 1v3. I like this. Just play it slow, play some heals. He has this ultimate that he can crack.
Contact with hostile.
And if anyone can do it, a Bloodhound with an EVA.
Oh, versus the Gibby though, the Gibby with the shield. Gibraltar's just so good because he has that shield for those one-on-one engagements. It's so hard to take him down sometimes.
Oh, it actually wasn't a 1v3. It was a 1v1.
Oh,
it was actually
that's insane.
Close. All right, let's jump around to the other parts of the map, see what's going on. Oh, over here we've got a lot of action between Brookfield and
Evo shield here.
I
could use that.
Let's jump here. Let's see what's going on with Falls Church. I mean, they are like, Brookfield is basically surrounding them here. Kind of a scary position for them. They're kind of pinched between a bunch of different angles.
Yeah, this area is very, very heavy in loot. Some really good loot in all the places going around. This team composition, similar to what we saw last time with the Bloodhound, but they have a lifeline. Lifeline is super strong, especially if they play their life really well. They could just keep picking up their teammates while engaging.
And I love seeing the oh my god, what's this like the guy's name? Oh my god, it's gonna kill me right here. Anxiety Field Human, his legend right here.
Oh yes,
Octane.
Octane. Yes, high octane, high speed.
I love
Octane's a really good engagement legend. He's really good at starting engagements, fighting with other teams just with his bounce pad. He's also able to get away really quick. I've seen some crazy Octane plays.
My theory is that all Octane players are Sonic the Hedgehog fans.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny that you say it. Every time I see an Octane and they activate their signature ability, I just in my head I hear "gotta go fast."
Looks like they spotted out Brookfield making the rotate into the building here, but no, they're on a head-on collision course with Brookfield here, so we should get some action coming out pretty soon. And I like the loadout out of Falls Church here. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I really like it. Julian, when it comes to seems like they're engaging. Some pop shots, broke some shields. They have one down already. Nice. Go for the second knock. Nice.
Now it's just a cleanup crew coming through.
Nice. Really good engagements there. They played it really well. It seems like they caught the other team off guard there.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Brookfield actually knew that there was another team in the area. They were kind of just trading loot out, you know, balancing their loadouts, and then suddenly, you know, you have a rain of, you know, 3 R301s raining down on you.
Optics here. Sniper.
So they started. They already started that fight out 2v3, and then on top of that, they weren't in any power positions. They didn't really have any places they could go for cover. So, you know, those are situations where you kind of always have, if you have someone looting on your squad, or you can have 2 people looting, you kind of always need to have like a forward scout as a lookout.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And then when it comes to engagements on Apex, once you run into an enemy player, teams need to get coordinated. They need to talk to each other. They need to know that once somebody gets shot at, your focus has to be on this other team. You can't keep looting, no matter what guns you have. Even if you have a Mozambique, which isn't necessarily the strongest gun, you still got to try to take some shots.
Here we have Fox being the hero their team needs to try and pick up the banners. I hope they've got some heals ready to go there. Yep, right there. They tried to make it happen, but, you know, I'm sure their teammates will appreciate that they did everything they could. And now looking at here, as the storming is getting closer and closer, Falls Church is nicely positioned for that end game circle. And now we just kind of have some rotations here. Let's hang out with these guys. We haven't seen them in a bit. We've got Call Me Sheely and Brookfield all want a duo.
Their team of 2. And I like their composition. Revenant isn't necessarily the strongest legend in the game, but he has some unique abilities that no other legends have. He has this totem that he can put down that causes this kind of duo engagement thing where he can put it down and then both of them kind of get a second chance at life as long as the totem stays safe.
Yeah, this is I would say this composition is very aggressive. It's a bit greedy.
Oh, for sure.
My taste, where, you know, they don't have any, the only real utility they have is the movement from Pathfinder. And then beyond that, they don't really have anything to sustain them. They don't have any really big engage abilities. So it's a bit of an interesting playstyle that they're going to have to go here. Having a little trouble with the mantling.
What we're seeing here is Revenant, his passive ability is he can climb walls higher and faster than anyone else. It kind of goes along with his lore of being a master assassin. He can climb these walls really well. We just saw there for an example that the Pathfinder just couldn't climb the wall.
And let's see here.
Seems to be rocking the Spitfire.
Taking a look at the kill counts here, Anxiety Field and Lone Tree 11 currently tied here, but both Team 3 and Team 3-7 putting up some good numbers here. 3 and 3, looking pretty even here. Be excited to see how they turn out. We haven't seen Call Me Sheely. It looks like Call Me Sheely and Brookfield haven't had any team fights this round, this game, so we'll be excited to see them in action here.
We're moving in. No matter what anyone says, the one thing that eliminates the most players is the circle. The circle will get you at the end of the day.
Hostile over there.
Here we go. We've got action.
Gotta be wary.
Lone Tree's got eyes on them. It doesn't look like Brookfield saw him.
Playing it slow right now, not engaging off the bat, which I like. You kind of don't want to hop into anything, but if you do have the element of surprise, sometimes it's best to take it when you can.
It looks like they're just going to kind of trail behind here. Falls Church setting up within the final zone. Just getting power position.
Let's go over
what
here.
it is they're going to look for. If they kind of understand that they're
Evo shield
alone
here.
here, or if
Level
they,
3.
I'd be surprised if they have any intel on where anybody else is, to be honest.
Yeah, we're getting towards that late game where we're moving towards the final circles. There's just these few teams left. It's funny to see, because I'm pretty sure this is where everyone landed at the start, and we're getting close to it.
Yeah, we've been hanging around launch site quite a bit. Launch site, lava. You know, they seem to like these kind of building areas.
All the teams just seem to be playing cautious at this point. We have the Bloodhound ult in the pocket. And Bloodhound's just so good for recon. Any chance that I get, especially during these quiet times, I like to pop his signature just to get a lay of the land, just to see what's going on around me. Its cooldown is relatively quick, and it seems like they're just moving closer towards the middle of the circle.
A little bit of gunfire coming off. Looks like Upper Mead thought they saw something. Call Me Sheely and Brookfield still hanging out here. Looks like they're gonna stick around here for as long as they really can. And they're pretty close to this zone, so they'll get a chance to, but